Wait, Ivan, how do you say, can I order bubble tea again? 我要一个珍珠奶茶, right? Yeah. Still got it. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to today's episode of Cooking with Chow. My name is Christina and today we're gonna show you guys how to make one of my most favorite breakfasts of all time. We are making a Taiwanese egg crepe roll. So it's called dan bing. This is something that I fell in love with in Asia. So last year when I finished university, I went on an Asia trip and Taiwan was one of the places that I went to visit. And we saw one of the street vendors and there was this like cute, really cute old couple and they were making dan bing and they were so incredibly fast. The way that it just like, the flavors of it is so complex, but yet it is such an easy and simple dish to make. So today's recipe is inspired by my travels and I can't wait to share that with you guys. So there's three parts to this recipe. The first one being kind of the crepe mixture, the second one being the filling, and then the last is that sweet kind of like chili sauce that goes on top, and it's gonna be amazing. Okay, so what you need is a mixing bowl, okay? And then you're going to take some all-purpose flour, so about a quarter cup all-purpose flour. And then you're going to add about a tablespoon of some cornstarch. And you're going to add about 1/2 cup of water. And just whisk it so that there's no clumps. Okay, that looks pretty good. And we are just going to let this kind of sit for about 5 minutes. The reason we want to do this is to let the gluten kind of relax. So then when we're cooking the crepe, it won't really tear. Okay, so now moving on, we're going to do an egg filling. So I like to use 1 egg, okay? I also like to add a little bit of corn, which has disappeared. And ta-da, I found it. There are so many, okay, just so you guys know, there are so many different types of fillings that they have in Taiwan. This is my personal favorite. We're gonna do 1. We're gonna grab a new egg. Okay, no, I'm determined. We're gonna do this until I can do it, okay? Take number 3. I don't have any more bowls. Yes. Okay, now we're going to take that corn that we have, just add that egg in, okay? And then super easy, add a little bit of some sesame oil, just for a little bit of nuttiness, a little bit of umami flavor. Add a pinch of some salt, and then add some freshly cracked black pepper. We are using a non-stick induction pan. I like to use non-stick whenever I'm making crepes. It's just significantly easier when you're making it just so that it doesn't tear. But you're welcome to use whatever you want to use, but I will recommend a non-stick pan. So we have our egg, our corn, some salt, pepper, a little bit of sesame oil. We're also going to add in a pinch of some freshly chopped scallion, just to give it kind of a little bit more flavor. And kind of just whisk it all together. So we're just going to add just like a little bit of water just to help kind of thin out the mixture just a little bit. So pop that to the side. I might need Ivan's help because I don't know how to use this thing. Ivan is my manual.
No, he's my manual.
No, he's my manual, Brian. I wish that Allie would sponsor us.
Spare change, ma'am.
Okay, so back to our regular programming. So we're going to heat up our non-stick pan. Make sure it is hot. Okay, so a great way to test whether or not it is hot, you can add a little droplet of water, and if it sizzles, then your pan is ready to go. The reason you want to have a hot pan is so that it can help kind of act as a non-stick when you're cooking your food, and it also really helps to kind of develop a nice crust. If you're not using a hot pan to cook, then you are not cooking correctly, okay? So I'm gonna add a little bit of some avocado oil, so about 1 tablespoon. So as you can see, like, you know that the pan is hot when once the oil goes on, it starts to kind of run like very, very effortlessly and not like really stick together. So that's when you know it's ready. And this recipe will make about 2 crepes. So I like to use kind of just a 1/4 cup measuring spoon. And I'm going to take about probably like 1.5 of these. I'm going to grab the pan with my left hand and I'm almost going to start to tilt it. So it becomes like, it's kind of like rotating while I'm putting in the mixture. And the reason you want to do this is so that your crepe layer is very even throughout all the sides, okay? So I like to add in a little bit more oil, a little bit more of that mixture, just to fill in any of the gaps that you have here. Okay, so we're gonna let it kind of cook for a little bit. We want to have a really, really nice, like crispy bottom layer, just so that it gives that extra like texture and crunch when we're eating it. So we're going to let this sit for about 2 minutes. Okay, and then while we let that kind of cook, we're going to talk about the sauce. The sauce that we're using today is something that I tried to recreate it basically when I came home. They're basically 2 sauces that you typically get. So you kind of get like a oyster kind of like umami sauce, and then there's like a spicy sauce. So what I did is I mixed together equal parts of oyster sauce to sweet chili sauce, and then I add a little bit of hot water just to help like kind of like thin it out and make it more of a runny consistency. So that's kind of what we're using. We're going to check to see how this is going. So you can kind of hear the texture already forming, and we're just gonna take a quick little look. So it's not ready yet. We want it to develop a really, really nice brown layer. So a trick that you can do, I kind of learned this actually making panseo, is that I take a brush and I take a little bit of oil and I swipe the sides so that it goes right underneath the crepe and helps kind of like crispen it up a little bit. So that's a trick that I like to use. I like to have a really, really nice crunchy, oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, we're gonna say a little prayer because I'm about to flip this. Okay, so take your egg filling mixture that you have, and you're just gonna pour it right into the center, okay? Like that. And then I kind of just like to same thing, rotate my pan so that the edges kind of all fill up. And then we're just gonna let that cook for probably another like 2 to 3 minutes so it's not as runny. Just a quick trick, just to make it cook a little bit faster, add a lid just right on top. Fun fact, when I went to Taiwan, the first thing I ordered was bubble tea, and that was probably like the first Mandarin line I've said in years. I took Mandarin class when I was like probably 10, and my mom was actually in class with me like every week, which now I say it's a little weird. Okay, you know what? I think it's fun. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. You can kind of already start to smell it. If it kind of is still running and kind of moves like this, it's not ready yet. So we're gonna give it probably another minute or so. If there's anything else that you think I should try or try to recreate or make, definitely comment that below and I would love to. Oh my God, it smells burnt. Oh my God, I'm sad. Is it burning? Guys. Oh my God! We might have to do another one. I hate this induction stove, guys. It's just a little charred. Yeah, it's a little burnt. I'm gonna still eat it. A little burn never hurt nobody. We're not showing them this. You don't eat sweets? You need a little sweet in your life, Brian, not gonna lie. You're a little too salty all the time.
Pow.
So what we're going to do now, we're gonna grab a spoon or a spatula, and what I like to do is I like to bend it. So you can either use like chopsticks, another spoon. My fingers literally have no touch, so I'm gonna use my fingers. And essentially, you're going to fold it over like this so that it's in 3 folds. And we're just going to let that kind of cook up for another probably like 1 minute, I wanna say, and then we're ready to take it off, and then we're gonna serve it and eat it. Okay, now we're ready. Okay, so we're gonna turn off our stove. We're going to take it off, and we're just going to use our spatula and place it onto our cutting board, okay? So what you're going to do is have some chopped, just like scallions ready. And then I also like to have some sesame seeds ready just for a little bit of garnish. You're going to cut kind of like horizontal, like cuts just throughout the crepe, guys. Use my words, Christina. Okay. Ooh, that looks amazing. And then get your plate ready. And we're going to slide your knife underneath it and just gently place it on there. And then you're going to add your sauce that you made. So just give it a nice, little mix just to make sure it's all cohesively mixed together. And then you're just going to just drizzle it on top. Okay, this doesn't look the cutest, but I promise you it's delicious. And then add your scallions, and then grab your sesame seeds, and you're just going to just sprinkle that effortlessly on top. Look at how amazing that looks. Should we do a taste test? Yes, we should. Okay, so I've been notorious for having really, really bad taste tests. So today we're gonna do a better one, okay?
Aerate it, warm it up, driving up that top note. That's a 10.
Seriously? So good. Okay. Now that our taste test is over, this is amazing. Let me tell you guys about the flavor. So essentially you have this really nice like textured crepe that's a little bit chewy. And then you have this really warm, inviting filling of that corn, scallion, and egg. And then just to top it off, you have that really nice like balance between a sweet chili and this like oyster kind of umami flavor. And then you hit it with some scallion just to give it that nice bite. And together it's like flavor bomb. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that and learned something new. I know I did, and I had so much fun just chatting with you guys today. So definitely leave a comment below, like and subscribe, and we will definitely see you guys next week. Well, see you guys later. Ciao for now.